Hello everyone, welcome to SAP Technomaniac. In this video, we will create one CDS view entity with the multiple associations that we will call in another CDS view entity, and we will try to understand the path expressions. In last video, we learned path expression little bit part. We converted the left outer join to the inner join. Apart from that, we through the path expression we can change the cardinality as well. Not only we can change the cardinality, we can pass the additional on where condition also we can pass. We can say the filter condition we can pass in the path expression that we will see in this video. Let's get started. For understanding the path expression, I have already created this CDSU entity where we are getting the data from the sales order and sales order line item table, which already we have seen in my last video. It's a very simple. We are doing association 1 to star because we know already the relationship between the VBAK and VBAP is 1 to star, and the sales order number is equal, and I'm getting the data from the VBAK, VBLN and customer number, and from the item I'm getting the line item number and the material number. Let me get some more data from the other table as well. What I will do, I want to get the customer description and material description and invoice number as well. For doing that, what I will do the association. First, I will get the customer number. So customer number I can get from the KNA1 table. So for that, I have to search for KNA1 table. I already have searched some time back. Let me close this VBFA and let me do F8. And you can see in the KNA1 table, if you see that we have the key field as a one is the client field and second is the Kunnar is a key field. So in this case, we have a key field as a customer number, and the description we can get from the name 1, name 2. If you see this one, name 1, I can get the description of the customer. So I will try to get the description of the customer from the KNA1 table. So as I already know the relationship between for one customer, there will be one entry because the Kunnar is the key field in that table. So what I will do, 1-to-1 relationship, or I can just 1-to-1 relationship between this KNA1, and I will give this association some name underscore cust. I can give on what condition I want to associate with the KNA1. That condition will be VBAK dot Kunnar, the customer number from the sales order table. It should equal to our associated table customer number dot Kunnar. It's a very simple like that. I can use one second. I can use that I can create the association between the sales order table and the customer table. Not only that, I want to get the material description as well. So let me get material description. I will do another association with the material table. So if you open the MAKT table again, Control Shift MAKT table again, and I will see the what kind of data in there in the MAKT table. So if you see clearly, there is a how many key fields are there. One is the client field, it's okay. Another one is the material is a key field, and apart from that we have the language also as a key field. So in this case, if we have the material number, we are only going to pass the material number. So for one material we will be having the multiple entries in the MAKT. So in this case, the relationship will be either 1 to n, or I can put like this, and I want to associate with the MAKT, and I have to give the association name. As I already told you in my last video, association name should start with the underscore mat description on. I have to give some condition. So this time I need the item data. So let me try to use this item association because the I will be having the material number from the item association underscore v dot material equal to, and this material description equal to dot material. Okay, but I am getting one error over here. So you can see the second error, association underscore item cannot be used in the condition underscore material. We can't use this associated material directly over because we don't know when I will get this associated data from this item and association, when our select list will get executed. After that we will get the data, but I'm trying to access before only. But for that there is a for removing this error, instead of accessing that data directly from the association, if I try to use here, it will form the left outer join, or in what based on the condition it will form the try to form the left outer join. But as per SAP, we can't give any path expression on condition. So what we have to do, instead of using this, we have to use, we already fetching this particular material in our field list, or we can say select list. So we will try to get from the select list. As you already know how to access select list field, we have to use $projection dot control space you can do, and you will get the material number. And this time we will not get the error. We will try to get the material description from that. And last thing, I want to get the invoice number as well. Association, again I have to do the association. I can have, for that I have to open again one more table, control shift A, VBFA table I will open. So in this table, VBFA table, let me execute this one. So let me select some of the column. I don't want to see all the columns. I just want to see VBLV, pose NV, VBLN, pose NN, VB type underscore N, and VB type underscore V. These are the fields which is relevant to us. So as you already know, this VBFA table is the relationship between the preceding and subsequent documents. Suppose as per the SD flow, if you don't know, we create for sales order, then we create the delivery, goods received, then we do the invoice. Like that, it is the flow. If I have sales order, I want to get what all are the subsequent document. How I can get from the VBFA table. So for the preceding document, the document number will be VBLV and pose NV, and subsequent document will be the VBLN and pose NN. And VB type underscore V, this will be telling us what is the preceding document type, and VB type underscore N, it will be telling us to what is the subsequent document type. In this case, we have the sales order number from the VBAK table. So sales order type is C. As I already know, if you don't know, you can go to the VB type underscore V. What is the data element and domain? You can check it out. What all are the types are there? I already know this C is for the sales order. Let me put the quick filter on the C, because I have the sales order type, preceding document, I have the sales order. So if I have the sales order, I want to get the delivery. J is for the delivery, M for the invoice, R for the goods receipt. So I want to get in this case the invoice. So I have to pass preceding document C and preceding document VBLV equal to 4, and I want to get this particular VBLN. So for that, again I am telling that what is the relationship between the sales order and the invoice in the VBFA table. So the relationship between the sales order and the invoice will be the 0 to star. We will be not having any invoice for particular sales order. If we can have one sales order, one invoice as well. If we can have multiple invoices also for that particular sales order. Depends upon the how many deliveries are there, that against the relationship between that flow. So I will put like this: the relationship between the sales order and the invoice will be the 0 to star. To make so to VBFA is, I will give the, this time I will give the underscore doc flow. The table name is a doc flow on. We have this time this VBLN, and this we will pass the doc flow, control C, control V equal to doc flow dot VBLV. As I told you, VBLV is the preceding document, and we have the VBLV, and we want to get the VBLN, that is the invoice number. So like that. Not only we can get the invoice number, if you want to get the delivery number, that is also subsequent document. If you want to get the goods receipt, that also subsequent, anything you can get. But we have to establish the relationship between those tables. I established already. So as you can see, now I will try to access some of the data here. I already accessed the customer data, customer control space, name one I will get from this customer exposure. Let me try to get the material description from this table. Control V, Till now I didn't get any error because I am exposing this particular association to use some other association. If I try to access here some field, suppose I want to get the material description. So as soon as I use the material description here itself, I'm getting one error here. What is the error? The association material underscore material description cannot be used locally in this view. Why it can't be used? The question is that because we have used this particular association on condition, we have used the selection list field over here. That is the one of the reason. Why? Because it will be the recursive. We are accessing this particular selection list field will come after the execution of this statement, but we are trying to use some of the field before we are getting the material number from this item. We are trying to use this particular material description, which is not possible actually. So that is the reason we can't use this particular association here itself. So we can expose this association to using in some other CDS view or SQL statement, but we can't use here itself. So for that we will create another CDS on top of that, and we will try to consume this particular association there. And at last we have something doc flow also. This I can use here because I didn't use projection here, so I can use here as well, or I can expose this one to the another CDS view. Let me expose. So expose this both the association to the some other CDS, and there I will try to consume the data from that. So for that, let me control F3. If you see the SQL create statement, as I told you, each time we have to see the SQL create statement, and if you analyze this statement, we got these many data, correct? From some of the data VBAK, some of the data from the VBAP table, and one data from the customer table. So join form between VBAK and VBAP, left outer join as usual, but since we have used one-to-one association with the KNA1, this join form left outer join with join to one, many to one join form here. So since we have one entry only for one particular one customer, so we have used one, we have given correct cardinality, but it converted, instead of converting normal left outer join, it converted into the left outer join to one join. But I don't want, it should not convert into the left outer join to one join, it should be inner join. Obviously we have one data, that if data is there, then only I want to get. If data itself not there, I don't want to get, because customer description is not available. Why I need the blank field? Or like that we can do the inner join as well. If you want to convert inner join, which we have discussed in my last video, we can use in the path expression, we can use like this inner. This is the first thing we can use in the path expression. There are the three things mainly we can use. Let me explain one by one all the things, then we will create another CDS view and try to consume this particular CDS view. So first thing what we can do in the path expression, let me write it down. So path expression, how we are forming? First we should have some source, and after the source we are giving some association name, underscore association name, and inside the association, if our CDS view is the parameterized, suppose I have used some CDS view and that is parameterized, and I have exposed that CDS view in some other entity, in that case I can pass the either parameter here. I have to pass parameter list. In the case of I want to give some where condition, I can pass here something called properties also. This properties we will discuss now. One of the properties is the inner join. We can convert to convert this association to the inner join, we are passing the inner keyword. This is the one of the properties, and we can join like that. This is the another path, another association can come, association 2, and at last this again same thing, if it is there it will be there, or we can use the field from this particular association at last. This is called the path expression. So in this path expression we always give in this things. So there is a three thing we can give. First is the cardinality. Second is the join, which we have used, and third is the condition, or we can see the filter condition. The correct option is the filter condition. So I have used this one to explain these three things. Let me consume this particular CDS view entity into the another CDS view entity. First, let me activate this one, Control F3. And if you execute this particular CDS view entity, how you will result get, let me show you. Let me open it parallelly. Okay, if we have multiple data, then for example 73 we have multiple data. So let me quick filter on the 73. So you can see we got the sales order number, we got the line item. Since they have the there are 5 line item, we got the material also, and for this customer it is there, then we got the customer description as well. Like that we are getting the data. But I'm not getting any data from the document flow table and material description table, but that also I can see from here. If you want to see the description of this particular material, then you can click on follow association. What you want to see? I want to see the material description. So what is the material currently? So currently this is the material. For this material, what is the description? Everywhere is the same material. So we got this description over here because there is the relationship between the this 1 to n. So you can see same description we got for all the that material. Let me come back. Okay, I have to click here again back, and I can follow not only the material association, I can get I can follow another association also, where I can get the document flow. What all are the present and subsequent document for this? Not only subsequent, in this case I will get the preceding document as well. So in this case I think so we don't have any data actually for the document flow. Give me 1 second. For this particular sales order, follow association, VBFA. I think for this particular sales order we didn't created subsequent document at all. If we have created some document, let me come back here. Let me remove that filter which we have currently put, and let me put filter on, sort it down some. I know for this we have some data, follow association, and we can click on the VBFA table. So in this case we are getting the data, because I know for this sales order we have some subsequent document. This is the sales order. You can see all entries we got. In this case, this is the sales order number. For this sales order number, what all are the subsequent document? These are 2 deliveries are there because type is A, and these 2 are the goods receipt, and other we have invoices as well. Like that we can see the result through association as well. This is the way I already shown you, but this is not the purpose. What I want to do now, I want to create another CDS view on top of that. So if you want to create CDS view on top of some CDS view, the best way to do, you have to click on that CDS view and create new data definition. And this time I will give the name 7 instead of 6. Consume 6 I can say, and click on next button. I have to give some TR, obviously. It's taking time. It will ask for the TR. Then I can give the template which I want to create. I want to create CDS view entity. So define view entity. Let me finish it out. So another CDS view entity created, but the thing is that the code is already ready for us. Why it is ready? Because we created on top of this particular CDS view. So you can see it automatically got the data from this CDS view, and we are getting the data, sales order, Kunnar, pose name, material name 1, and document flow and material description. So now I can, previously I was not able to access the material description from here, but if here I can access the material description as well. So let me explain one by one all the path expression thing. First, as I told you, first I will explain the normal where condition, how we can change. Suppose I want to get the only currently if I try to access the subsequent document for this particular, let me run normally first and show you the result. What is the result? Control F3, and it should come here. Let me do close it out, unnecessary sessions which is not required. Let me do F8. So you can see we got the data like this. Let me sort it down. So use some meaningful sales order so we can see easily. For this sales order, we got this this particular sales order. We got the normal data. Since you can see we didn't access any data from the document flow and description, so there is no join formed, and we didn't get any data from here. But what I will do now, I will try to access some of the data. In this case, I want to access the invoice number. If I will do directly document flow VBLN is invoice, it will be not correct. Actually, it will not only return the invoice number, it will return us all the subsequent document, which I don't want currently. I only want the invoice numbers. If I try to execute now, Control F3, let me put one where condition also here. So okay, where condition also over here, where VBLN. So we can see visualize easily all the data. I want to 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 10. Okay, sorry, I want to see the sales order number 11. In this case, we have to put where condition on this one, not VBLN. Control V and set F1. Let me try to activate this one. Control F3. It's activating. I think it got activated. So you can see I want to get the, now let me refresh the data of this particular, but I can't refresh because I have added one more field. Let me execute again. If I try to refresh, I will not get this additional field. F8, and let me display out over here so we can see parallelly both the things. So you can see if I try to access directly VBLN, I'm not only getting the invoice number, I'm getting the invoice number. I know the naming convention. Invoice number is starting with 9. I got the deliveries also, and I got the goods receipts also, which I don't want. So I only want the invoice number. So in this case, I have to pass some where condition. If you see the SQL create statement for this particular things, and let me show you this one. So you can see we got this data, as you know already. One left outer join form, because we are directly normally accessing the data from VBLN. Left outer join form, and we are passing normally the sales order number. Since as soon as I have accessed this particular association, the left outer join form, and we pass the sales order number, and in the where condition also we are passing the sales order number, and normal this condition form sales order equal to VBLB. What I will do now, I want to get the only invoice. So the first path in the path expression, first attribute where we can pass in the bracket. First attribute we can pass the filter condition. So I will gonna pass filter condition over here. So I will gonna tell like that, I want VB type underscore n, subsequent document type should be M only. Those document only I want to get. I don't want to get the other document. So it will return us. Again, I did the mistake, sorry. So Control X, this particular attributes we should pass is after the association name. So I just want to get I want to get the invoice number. I don't want to get the other document at all. Let me activate now, Control F3. What will be the impact of this condition? This condition will be added on the own condition when the join will be formed. Let me show you that also. No SQL create statement. If you see here, so apart from the normal on condition which we have defined in our association, VBLN equal to this particular association we have defined like that, VBLN equal to the VBLB, document flow VBLB. This was our base condition. Apart from that condition, that is our condition VB SO. In this case we have SO equal to VBLV. Apart from this, there is one additional condition is there, VB type and should equal to the M. So it should, we are getting the on, it will be added on the on condition, not in the where condition. And as soon as it get added here along with the left outer join, and let me activate this Control F3 and let me refresh this data. As of now I am getting all the data. As soon as I refresh the data, now I will get only the invoice numbers. You can see I got only the invoice numbers only. I didn't get any other data. But again I can see one problem over here. Why I am getting that problem? Let me see. Why I am getting this multiple data for the same sales order, same line item. I want to get only the one line item only, once invoice number. Why I am getting this line is repeated two times. Basically what it is happening, that for this particular, when we are going for this particular sales order, so for this sales order, when I'm trying to get for this particular sales order line item combination, I'm trying to get the invoice number, it is returning 2, because we have the 2 lines in the invoice table, in the VBFA table, 2 data is there, it is returning 2. Then again for this combination we are going, then it is returning again 2 data. So we are getting multiple data. I don't want like that. So I have to pass here the one more additional condition. So because we were having here 2 line item, we already had one for the line item 10 and one is the line item 20. For each line item, when we form the left outer join, then we got the two entries for that. So for that purpose, what I have to do, I have to pass the line item condition as well. So I can get for one line item, I can get the one line item data only, because we have the mapping already there. So what I can do, I can pass the Posner equal to, so basically I have passed the already Posner. So in this case I have to pass pos NV equal to, in the VBFA table, pos NV will be equal to, since I want to access the projection list, so projection dot Control Z, projection dot Control space, sorry, dollar projection tab. I want to use this Posner number, Control C. So I have passed the sales order already, sales order from that condition, and second thing I want to pass the, for that sales order, what is the line item that I have to pass. So if you are passing multiple condition, obviously you have to use and, then only you can pass the multiple condition. And let me activate this one, Control F3. I got some issue, it's okay, it's a cardinality related thing. If the cardinality is not matching, this warning we usually get. No need to worry about that. Control F3. I will show you how to remove this warning as well. But before that, let me refresh that one. So we got now exact 2 entries. For each line item we got 1 entry only. So like that we can use the our path expression attribute, we can use this first filter condition. This we say the filter conditions. Second thing, if I have to access apart from the line item, I want to get the invoice number, I want to get the line item as well. How I can get? So again I have to use the document flow, Control C. What I can do, I have to pass document flow dot Posner. But I am doing here one mistake. I want to get subsequent document. I will get, obviously I will get the line item from this one, but the problem is that I got one error. The name Posner, oh sorry, that is Posner, not Posner. The name is the Posner. Okay, I will get the data, not an issue. But in this case, if you see the SQL create statement, this is very useful when we access from the same association, we access the multiple field. Then what it is happening, if you see the SQL create statement, it is forming 2 times join. But if I form like, I do like this, inner, one field I got from the left outer join and another field I am joining with the inner join. Then if you see the SQL create statement, I'm just showing this how it is happening. If you face same from the same association, if you for the different field, if you get the differently data, one I got with the inner join and one I got with the left outer join. By default it is forming the left outer join, another I formed. So this time what happened, it formed the 2 time join. It will form first join with the this VBFA inner VBFA left outer join, then once the data will get, then it will again form the join with the VBFA with inner join, then finally we will get the data. But like that we don't want. So we have to make sure whenever once we have created all the fields list in the output, we have to see the SQL create statement how many joins forming. In this case it is optimizing the, in this case even though we didn't pass this condition for this particular poster, if I try to pass, in both the case we will get the same SQL create statement. If I try to pass again and I will see the SQL create statement, control F3, I will get only one condition only. So you can say there is only one left outer join with the multiple conditions. But even we are not passing this condition, control F3, and we see the SQL create statement, and you can see it created 2 time left outer join. It didn't first it created the left outer join with this all condition, and second time it created the left outer join with the without condition. They are getting the directly pose none. So we have to make sure whenever we are accessing the data from the association, so we have to pass this condition everywhere. So in this case the one time only will left outer join form. This is again the data modeling. If we really need the data like that, we have to do left outer join based on this condition, then invoice number, then we want item, we don't want to pass the condition, and then we want item. It against what is your requirement. But if your requirement is like that, you just want to get the, for the same condition you want to get the item, again you have to pass same this filter condition. That's a very important thing. Let me activate this control F3 and show SQL create statement. This time only one join form, that is left outer join with the same condition. We are getting even multiple data. So that's a very important thing. And let me show you the result. What will be the result for this F8? If I try to get result here, in this case we have more line item. If I try to refresh, it will give me error. Let me activate this one, control F3 first. I didn't activate it after addition of the pose none. It got activated. Let me refresh it. I am not getting the additional data. Let me close it out. Let me do F8 again. So this time I got the line item also for this particular invoice line item. So you can see I can give any alias name if I want. But I have one more, I want to explain one more thing. I already have one sales order, remember. So what I want to do, if suppose I don't have the invoice number for that particular sales order, I don't want to display. In this case, I want to do the inner join. So as I already explained this thing in my last video as well, if I want to do the instead of the inner join with the where condition, how we can do that, I will show you. So what I will do, sales order, let me pass 343, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 3 4 3. Let me activate control F3. This sales order we already seen, it is not having the invoice actually. Let me refresh the data. It's still activating. Let it activate. So you can see it is this particular 343 sales order. We don't have the invoice number. In this case, I don't want to display this particular invoice in the output. What we have to do? Just think it out. Obviously, we have to do the inner join. So how to convert this join now to the inner join? We have already left out a join. So for doing that, we will use inner keyword. But along with the inner keyword, if I want to use the filter condition, I have to use where. So inner, then I have to use where, and then I have to give some condition. Then only it will work, otherwise it will not work. Let me put again here inner, and I have to put where condition. And let me activate this one, control F3, and show you the result. What is the result we are getting? Let me refresh it out. It got activated. So you can show which sales order is not having the invoice number, that got removed. Not only I can give here, by default it is behaving like the app left outer join only. I can give the left outer also. If I give or not give, it's not matter, it behaves same way. So that is the reason by default we are not giving. If I do Control F3, it will behave like the left outer join. And if I try to refresh again I got one entry due to this left outer join. So like that we can pass along with the filter condition, we can pass which join we want to use. By default it is, if you are not passing, it is the left outer join. If you are passing, then fine. Now we will get last thing. These are the two things. One is join, second is filter condition we can pass in the associations attribute. The path expression attribute we will say. The attributes are the join we can pass as an attribute, we can pass as a filter condition, and last thing is the cardinality. So you can say I'm getting this warning again and again that can be modified. So what I can do to remove this warning, this is by default left outer join anyway, no need to worry about that. Let me do like this. So what I will do, I will enforce here instead of normal left outer join, what I will do, I will give some cardinality. I will tell it is the relationship between the when the join will form, it should be like the 2-1 join, left outer join 2-1. To convert that one, I can give the cardinality 1, and then I have to give this particular column field. Then this best formal normal left outer join which we are using here, it will be converted into the it will be converted into the left outer join 2-1. And how left outer join 2-1 and too many work, that you already know from my previous videos. So let me see the SQL create statement for this one. So in this case, you can see the first left outer join 2-1 join, it is forming based on the where condition, as you already see, left outer join 2-1, because I have given enforce this this particular to use the 2-1. If I use star instead of 2-1, then again I will get the warning, same warning. Due to I use one, that warning got removed. Still I'm getting the warning. So what I can, if I try to see the SQL create statement, this time we are having the normal left outer join instead of the left outer join 2-1. If we give 1 and the warning will be removed, in the result there will be no implication, because 2-1 will work normally when we are not because we are getting the data from the both the tables, not only from the VBAK table, we are getting the data from the VBFA table also. So we will get all the data, no need to worry. If you give 1, and the advantage is that we will not get that warning which we are getting here. Control F3, and let me refresh it out. So same data we got, there is no change in the result due to the left outer join 2-1. And finally, we will revise what we have learned along with some theory point. So first thing, what is the path expression? Path expression is the sequence of the associations which we are using after the shores, and we can at last we are accessing some particular field. This is the path expression. So association separated by the dot. In the path expression, if you are accessing any association which is having the parameter, we can pass the parameter as well, and apart from the parameter we can pass the attribute also. As you know, what all are the attributes? One is the join, cardinality, and the filter condition. These three are the attribute. And this is saying as soon as this path expression, as soon as we access any association, it will form the join. We already know all the condition on the, and this particular filter condition, whatever we are putting, that will be placed at the on. Wherever we are having the on condition, those additional condition will be placed at the on. And if we are accessing the same field, this we are telling, if we are getting the multiple fields from the same association with the different join, so each join will be formed differently. If we are use here left outer join, and here we have used inner join, so first it will form upper field left outer join, then data will be evaluated, then it will form the inner join, then the final data we will get. It will these joins will be evaluated from left to right, like in normal how the select query joins are evaluated. Like that same way, if it is the requirement is like that, we can do. That is the reason we say the CDS association makes CDS so much powerful. Using the association, we can do lot of things. So we can make the powerful data models, like that we can say. The last thing, these are the three things we can pass. One thing I forgot to tell, in cardinality, whenever we are passing the cardinality, it can be one or start, that I already saw. Along with the cardinality, we have to mandatorily pass filter condition. Without the filter condition, if I just want to pass the cardinality like this, one semicolon, I can't pass. Or I simply want to pass the cardinality like that, Control X. It will not allow us to pass simply cardinality. It will give us error. What error I'm getting? Unexpected. This was unexpected. It is expecting some colon. So I pass colon as well. But again, I'm getting the error. So I have to pass some filter condition. Then only it will work. Otherwise, it will not work. Cardinality alone will not work. Basically, I want to tell. And basically, this 2-1 cardinality we generally use to remove the warnings. If we don't want to see the warning, we can use the 2-1, because left outer join, and most of the cases left outer join and left outer join 2-1 work similarly only. But there is few exceptions that you can see and watch out my last videos. And the join type we can convert. By default, it is left outer join. We use left outer join or not, it is by default left outer join. And if you want to make it inner join, you can use inner join as well. And the filter condition, we can, if the join type is explicitly defined, this will be simply whatever we are putting the where condition, whatever we are putting that condition, that will go directly in the on condition, whatever the filter condition we are putting. So these are the basic theory point. I can say the revise whatever we have learned, the path expression. In my next video, we will see the path expression only, but this time we will not see in the CDS view. We will see in the SQL statement how we can use this path expression. Before going to that video, please like this video, subscribe this channel, and share these videos with others as well. With that, thank you and happy learning.